boys and girls, it's Miss Sorrentino, and today we're going to learn about one of America's national monuments, Mount Rushmore. As you can see on the screen, Mount Rushmore is this national monument, which means that it's kind of a structure in America that people go to visit in South Dakota. So this is Mount Rushmore here. They're carvings into this rock. Mount Rushmore is located in the Black Hills of Keystone, South Dakota. So now a long time ago they decided we're going to build Mount Rushmore here because a lot of people were not visiting South Dakota. So they decided, let's put something great here that people would want to see. Now going back, Mount Rushmore is four of the different presidents that made America great. Mount Rushmore was designed by Gustav Borglum and his son Lincoln. They also had 400 other workers that helped them build Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore is huge, so they needed carvers and they also needed people that could handle dynamite or explosions so they could blast part of the mountains off so it was easier for them to carve in it. This right here is Gustav and a model of Mount Rushmore. So before he actually built it, he made it into some clay to see how it would work. It took a very, very long time to build Mount Rushmore. Each president, since there's four, took 14 years each. You do the math. 14 plus 14 plus 14 plus 14. Mount Rushmore in total is 465 feet tall. That's way bigger than my house. Think about it. It's from all the way to the bottom to all the way to the top of these mountainous granite hills. And granite is a type of stone, and that's the type of stone it was carved into. So, they had to think, what do I want to put in Mount Rushmore? And the people thought presidents. Presidents that did great things for America. And 4 presidents were chosen in total. George Washington right here, Thomas Jefferson right here, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. And now we're going to learn what they did for America to make them be chosen to be put on this national monument that millions, about 4 million people go visit each year. George Washington was the first president of the United States of America. He was president from 1789 to 1797. That's a long time, boys and girls. He was chosen because he was the first president and he made our nation into a great democracy. So George Washington was the one that said, we need a democracy. We need everybody to vote on who should be president. So they didn't have a king anymore. He was the first president, and that's why he was chosen. The second president on Mount Rushmore was Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson was the third president of the United States. He was president from 1801 to 1809, and he was chosen because he helped write the Declaration of Independence. The Declaration of Independence was that, remember when we learned about it before? It was that letter that basically said, Britain cannot rule us. We are free people. He was also chosen because when he was president, he wanted people to go out and explore America. He encouraged people to be pioneers or go into lands that were not settled and build homes and build towns to live in. That was called manifest destiny, and that's what Thomas Jefferson really wanted. So because he wanted people to go out west, where South Dakota is, they put him on Mount Rushmore. The third president was very important. He was Theodore Roosevelt. He was the 26th president of the United States of America. He was also called Teddy Roosevelt, and that's where you get the name for the teddy bear. Teddy Roosevelt was president from 1901 to 1909. He was chosen because he did so much for America and protecting animals and the planet. He was also the one that went all the way down south to Panama and decided to build the Panama Canal for trading. Teddy Roosevelt was specifically picked by the designer of Mount Rushmore because he thought he was a great president. And the last and fourth president on Mount Rushmore was Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln was the 16th president of the United States of America. He was president from 1861 to 1865. Now, Abe Lincoln was a great president. He was president during the Civil War. He was chosen because he is the president that ended slavery. So they thought he would be a great president to be put on Mount Rushmore. You can also see him on the $5 bill and the penny. Just like George Washington. George Washington over here, you could see him on the $1 bill and the quarter. Thomas Jefferson, you can see him on a nickel. So all these presidents did really great work. And that's why they were chosen to be on Mount Rushmore, this huge national monument. Now, boys and girls, this is what I want you guys to do. I want you to design your own Mount Rushmore for your own life and think about 4 people that have been very important to you. Then I want you to draw them on your very own Mount Rushmore, and don't forget to label who they are like I did in this picture. Like I did here, that's your job today. So pick 4 people that have been very influential or you love very much that have been very important to your life. That could be your teachers, your mom, your dad, your grandparents, your brothers and sisters, your aunts and uncles, your cousins. It could be a neighbor. Anybody you choose that has been important in your life to put on your very own Mount Rushmore. All right, boys and girls, I hope you learned so much about Mount Rushmore. Bye, guys.